Right, so last video we discussed TCP, that means Transmission Control Protocol. Now we are going to discuss three-way handshake, right? So why we are going to use three-way handshake? So imagine a situation, we have two friends, right? So we have one person here and we have another person here. We want to make a communication with this person. We will think he is A, this one is a B. So A want to make a communication with B. For that, what we are going to do in the real world, right? So we are asking from B, so what is your, or else we will ask, hey, I want to talk with you. On that time we are using what? Sync message, right? We are sending synchronized message. You can call this synchronized message. Then after B will reply, yes, I am free, this is my number. He will send his number also, right? Then after we can communicate. So he will send his number, we are calling that sync acknowledgement. So acknowledgement number include an number which is generated by B. Then after A again will send acknowledgement, I got your number. I got your number. Then after they can communicate, right? So this procedure we are calling, this real world example. This procedure is happening between computer device also. For example, you have one computer, then after we have another computer. These two computers will be in the same room or in different countries, right? So location is not a matter, but to make a communicate, they need to establish a connection in TCP protocol, right? Because TCP is what? Reliable protocol. That means it will ensure that data is transmitted into the receiver's end in TCP. But when it comes to UDP, there is no reliability, right? It will send your data just like a normal post. TCP is like a registered post. Okay, so since TCP is a connection oriented protocol, this is a connection oriented protocol. A connection need to be established before two devices can communicate. TCP uses a process called three-way handshake. We are calling this process three-way handshake, right? We have three steps. So called three-way handshake to negotiate the sequence and acknowledgement field and start the session. So here is a graphical representation. We have this graphical representation. We'll do one example. Here you can see we have two devices, right? Host A and host B. Now host A want to start a communication with host B or server, right? So we have client and server. This one is our client. Client want to send some message to server. On that time it will ask by sending synchronized message, hey, I want to start a communication with you, this is my number. Like that he will send a number, we are calling this number identification number. Then after server will reply, okay, I am free, I can communicate with you. So on that time client server will generate his own number which is 6501 and it will send client acknowledgement number increment by 1. So in the response sync acknowledgement message, client number is increment by 1, right? So 5432 we send, then after we got 5433. After that finally client again will send the acknowledgement with the service identification number increment by 1. So host A initiate the connection by sending the TCP sync packet to the destination. The packet contains the random sequence number. This is a random sequence number. And this number will become first packet number, right? Then after for the remaining packet this number will be incremented by 1. So by using this sequence number you can identify your packet and order, right? So when you send your information from one device to another device, it's not a direct path, right? You have your router, then this receiver also have his router. It is always not a direct path. There could be more route like this, right? It could go like this, or else it could go there, then altitude more there, right? There will be lot of path, right? So finally it will reach destination. So To identify this separate packet, we are using this identification number. The server receives the packet and responds with its own sequence number. In the second step, what is happening? Server is sending sync acknowledgement message. On that time, server will send his own sequence number and it will include acknowledgement with the client number increment by 1. Client sync number increment by 1. Finally, host A acknowledge. So that means our client will acknowledge this sync acknowledgement message. The response of the server by sending the acknowledgement number, which is server sequence number increment by 1. So this entire process we are calling TCP three-way handshake, right? After establishing this session, we can send information from one device to another one. So we'll move into the next video.